Welcome to Rise for Disability, the place where innovation meets inclusion, and you're invited. Health professionals, innovators, and the disability community unite. With over 8,000 delegates and over 300 stands across 4 events in the UK. From the latest tech in accessibility, sports that have no limits, and conversations that spark change, we are the place to be. In Sunderland on the 4th of July, Kent on the 10th of September, Milton Keynes on the 22nd of October, and Glasgow wraps up on the 5th of November. And it's absolutely free to attend. Grab your spot now by going to our website at risefordisability.com. And companies looking to be part of the movement, connect with us today to showcase your brand and solutions to a captivated audience. From north to south, where will we be seeing you?
Hello everybody and welcome to episode 6 of this Business Success podcast mini-series. This one is focused on the disabled entrepreneurs community. I'm Jo O'Neill. Stacey can't be with us today due to illness, but she runs the Business Success Network UK, and you can find her at www.businesssuccess.co.uk and find out information about all our communities. I'm Jo O'Neill, as I said, and I run Brightcat Business Solutions, which is a marketing, virtual assistance and social media management company. I'm also the community leader for the Business Success for Disabled Entrepreneurs community group. And today my guest is Chris Ramsbottom, and I'm going to let her introduce herself and her business and all things you. So take it away, Chris.
Okay, hello there. Hi Jo, hi everybody. Yeah, I'm Chris Ramsbottom. I'm on the Amethyst Centre in Coventry. It is a complementary therapy and training centre. We're on Ball Hill, which is a very busy shopping street, and I'm sitting in my therapy room at this point in time. So if you suddenly hear sirens or loud buzzes go past, just because I can't help that. But we do have a little oasis of calm here. Everybody who comes here says how wonderfully calming and peaceful it is. You know, as long as we can block out all the extraneous noise, we're fine. So let's talk about me. Because this is the Disabled Entrepreneurs podcast, I'll tell you that I am currently awaiting a hip replacement. I apparently have very severe hip osteoarthritis in my hip. My hip tells me that every day. I also had a shoulder replaced in 2019. The other one needs doing as well, and he probably do me my left knee after he's done my right hip sometime. So basically I'm falling apart and I'm going to become a bionic woman. It's not very good because the centre is actually a flight of stairs. But hey, there you go, I can't have everything. It's about me. I am married with 3 cats, roughly, really. I haven't got I'm not, as most business owners who have actual premises will tell you, it's very difficult not to work. Now, if you're not here, you're on call, and that's the way of life. I do have a business partner called Janet, and she's about as disabled as I am, but she's had some vertebrae fused in her back and can't have any more operations. Poor thing, so we wouldn't make a fit in between us, we usually say. But, you know, it's my business, I'm the owner, and, you know, if things go wrong, it's my lookout, and that's the way I wanted it.
Fabulous. You said you and your business partner sound like me and my husband. We make one functioning adult between us most of the time. So tell me, how did you come by running your own business?
Well, I've always thought of myself as unemployable, more or less. I don't like being told what to do. And my grandmother had her own business. She was a florist, and I was always used to helping her out in the business, so I knew all about how businesses work from a very early age. When I decided to set up this business, I was a practicing therapist. I'd retrained as a holistic therapist aged 49 and was loving it. My therapies are Reiki, crystal healing, aromatherapy, reflexology, massage, although I do very little massage these days. So I'd done that retraining, and I was actually sitting in a classroom in Birmingham one night waiting for the crystal healing class to start. And the teacher said to me, Chris, so what goals have you set yourself for next year? And I said to him, oh, Dave, I don't do goals. my body usually gives up and that end up not achieving the goals, and I kick myself, and it just makes life so bad I don't do goals. And he said, well, let me ask you this. What would you say you would do if somebody said to you that whatever you said would succeed? And I said, oh, I'd have my own therapy centre. And the next thing I said was, where did that come from? Because it wasn't on my bucket list. It wasn't on my list of things to do before I retired. It was as if I'd opened my mouth and somebody else had spoken. And instead of doing what I've always done in the past, instead of just saying, oh, that was a blip, I'll just ignore it and carry on as normal. Actually, that sounds interesting, so let's sort of run with it and see where it goes. And where it went was the Amethyst Centre. Everything sort of fell into place. Eventually, it was a bit of a long journey. We opened our doors on the 1st of September 2015. So that's why we're here. And I am the boss. As I've already said, I think I'm unemployable and I don't like being told what to do. So I set it up. I could have set it up as a social enterprise with a committee or a charity with a committee, but I'd actually spent a lot of the previous 20 years working in the charity and voluntary sector and finishing up as a business advisor for that sector. And I just thought, that's just so much faff. I don't want people telling me how to run a business. I will run my business myself, and that's why I set it up the way I did. And I'm glad I am. It gives you grey hairs, as you can see, plenty of grey hairs. But in the end, it is mine, and I will, I'll stand or I'll fall by it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, self-employed people don't like being told what to do, even if that's a commitment. It's like, yeah, I'll do it my way, and it'll work.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fabulous. Right. So the next question is what we ask everyone who comes onto a business success podcast.
Yeah.
What does business success look like to you? And there's no right or wrong answers. It's very personal, and we get some interesting answers to this one. Business
Success changes from year to year, from day to day. When I set it up, I originally had the idea that I was going to take this into a franchise model and set up little Amethyst Centres across the country. That didn't pan out, although I have been asked or been approached in the past to open other centres around the Midlands, and I've declined because I enjoy it here. Success to me means there is demand for the services. It means I have somewhere to be that I can cope with being. It's once I get up those stairs and into this building, the only other stairs I need to climb is if I go up to the training room, and I don't do that very often these days. That's about to change though. So everything's on the level. Everything's adjusted and it suits me. I have literally designed the business model around me and my limitations, what I can do. So that suits me. That to me is a success. A success financially is breaking even, really. I actually took my personal pension out when I was 56 and sunk it into this building, into this venture. And we've never really turned a profit. And over the last few years, it has been financially horrendous. If I'd have set this building up, this venture up to make a profit, I would have been out as soon as COVID hit, because that was the first year we showed any signs of making a profit. And by the end of the year, that we were dependent on government grants, and it was atrocious, as everybody knows.
Yeah.
So we're just getting back on top now, 4 years down the line, and things are beginning to change. But I've never really had financial wealth as a measure of success. I think I'm being very lucky in being able to do that, to have that sort of definition, that allows me not to have to make money in order to survive.
Most people we've actually spoken to so far, the money's been a secondary thing. It's like, so long as the bills are paid and that they want, they're happy.
Yeah, absolutely.
There'll be something else driving them.
Yeah.
Which is always good. And it's amazing how long things have taken to come back after the onset of the pandemic. And obviously the cost of living crisis doesn't help, because people don't quite have that money to spend.
That's right. Yeah, I mean, it is changing a little now, but over the last year it has we've sort of bounced along the bottom, if you like, and there's a lot of my money gone into this business anyway.
Yes.
Where I had the vision for the business, and I knew that there's the corner coming up to turn, so I was determined to hang on as long as I could to actually go around that corner, and I think we're there now, touch wood.
Yeah, are you like many of it has to work? Well, no, it will work because it has to.
Yes, absolutely.
I think a lot, particularly stable business owners, have got that determination.
Yeah.
Because they may go, if this doesn't work, I'll try something different. But it's like, but something will work.
Yes, yes. Well, there was really nothing much different that I could do. I was in my middle 50s. People don't want to employ disabled women in the mid 50s, or tend not to want to do that. While I was a therapist, a practicing therapist, I knew that my health wasn't all it could be, shall we say. It is basically a hereditary thing, and I've traced it back in my family 5 generations. So I knew that it was going to get me sometime, and it did. So my options for it, if I wanted to keep working past the age of 60, and being a waspy woman, I had no choice in that matter. Yeah. I would need to design my business so as I could stay working, and if it meant that that I had to do things differently, then that's what I would do.
Yeah, it's all about ingenuity and sort of working out how can I make this work for me.
Yes, yeah.
Fabulous. So, what are your future plans for the Amethyst Centre?
Yeah, we've got some amazing plans coming up. I was saying to the landlords last month that I've been hiding from him for a bit, but he's an absolute gem. He's my landlord. He's supported me through thick and thin, and there's been plenty thin. So I was sitting down with him, finally last month after not seeing him before Christmas, discussing what we were going to do, and I said it was just like I put a lot of irons in the fire. I'd started a lot of stuff off before Christmas. And then all of a sudden, everything happened at once. Right, so it's like London buses, they all come at once. So the first thing that actually came about was that we got a contract with what was Coventry, Solihull and Warwickshire IAT, which is the mental health. Yeah, it's now talk therapies. And we are now a centre that can refer people directly to talk therapies. Yeah. As a result of that, it's something I've been working with them for some time, because I got fed up of people coming to see our counsellors, because we do have counsellors who work from here, and telling me that they come to see our counsellors privately because they've got initial appointment dates from the NHS that's 2 years in the future, which is ridiculous. So I thought I have to do something about this. So I've been working with them on various things, and finally it's come to fruition. So you can come to us and ask to be referred for counselling or talking therapy, and one of our counsellors or myself will sit down and work with you and work out if that is the right direction for you to go in. And if you'll fast forward your application to them, then they tell me that they will see you. They will acknowledge the receipt and instantly send you a link onto the website, but they will actually see you in face-to-face within a fortnight. And the aim is that you will see a counsellor or a CBT therapist or one of their other therapists within 4 to 6 weeks, which is a lot better than 2 years.
It is, yes.
I was firm with them and said, look, this is my business and my name that's going on the line here. I don't want to be let down at the last hurdle. So that's literally just starting now. I've got the first meeting next week, but we've been given the go ahead to promote it. So I'm really pleased with that.
Yeah, that sounds like a really good service.
Yeah. So I'm chuffed with that. Anyway, the next thing that is going to happen is, sorry, I'm just shifting my stick. We are a training agency as well. We are training counselling in complementary therapies, so aromatherapy, reflexology, Reiki, massage, all that sort of thing. And we are opening recruitment to our next round of training. This is a level 3 diploma. This is a properly accredited BRQ, as they call it, not MBQ, BRQ. Level 3 diploma, one's in reflexology and another one in massage. So we're opening recruitment for those this week. The massage one includes, yes, massage, of course, but also hot stone therapy, which I love, and Indian head massage, which is great to receive. So that's all included in that one. And the other one is reflexology, and that's a very popular therapy to do and to train it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's all starting off, but we couldn't do that without the partnership that we've now got with Dynica Beauty Academy. These are a multinational training agency, if you like, that they work across the UK, across Europe, and they also into Dubai, Saudi Arabia, and they teach and assess beauty. And they're going to come and base their UK operations here. So we're going to have some beauty therapy training as well, starting up by May bank holiday. We haven't worked out exactly what yet. That's being decided, but that partnership is in operation, has been in operation for a while, because they hold certain registrations that we've been accessing. And so now they're going to come and move in with us, and they're going to be upstairs. So that's all happening in the next 6 to 8 weeks. So I'm going to be nice and busy.
Yeah, very busy, and I hope expanding nicely.
Yeah. It's like a light switch went on about the middle of January, and then everything seemed to take off.
Yeah, fabulous.
Yeah.
I'm glad that a lot of people said it's like mid-January, but you were still struggling. But yeah, if it's great to hear someone's like got that point of going, yes, me, let's do this. Sounds great. Have you got any big plans on where to take the business, or are you taking it one step at a time? Or are those your big plans?
Well, they are my big plans at the moment. I'll actually reach official retirement age this time next year. So the big plan is, how do I retire? I've got a building, I've got a business, I've got to work myself out of this.
Yeah.
I do enjoy what I do, but my health isn't good, as I've said, and there will be more operations ahead of me. So I have to be aware of that. And it comes to all as disabled entrepreneurs. How do we set up something that doesn't rely on us quite so much?
How do you extract
yeah. So that's the next sort of big thing. By then we'll have been running for 10 years. And 10 years was a lot longer than I ever thought we would.
Yeah. Without knowing the pandemic coming.
Yeah, we're still here.
Yeah.
And I would like it to carry on. I'd like this to be my legacy. The aim was always to bring on the next generation of therapists.
Yeah.
I'm, reaching the end of my therapy career, and I want to pass on my knowledge and skills and give the next generation of therapists as good a start as possible.
Yeah.
So we've been training therapists now for at least 7 years.
Yeah.
And we give all our old students the chance to practice from here, and they take it and then they get places of their own. So it's not as if we train people and say, all right, that's it, bye. If they want to practice from here, they can do, which is fantastic.
That's great. Lovely. So do you have any top tips, either in life or business or anything you'd like?
Well, the first thing in life, the tip I would give to people, especially younger people, I'll address the sort of the younger people first, because it does concern me that the young ones are told that they have to get a career, they have to train something and it'll be a career for you. Listen, I've had 4 or 5 careers. This is my last one, if you like, or it's intended to be the last one, but I've had 4 or 5 of them. As you go through life, you sort of pick up different careers, or you decide to do something different, or life throws you a couple of curved balls, like your marriage breaking up.
Yeah.
And you have to support yourself somehow. And that's how I found myself 40 odd years ago. I had to go and support myself, and retrained as a secretary, became a secretary for a few years, and that got me into being a secretary in a local FE college, and that got me into education. That so don't. The first thing is, just because you're doing it now at the age of 18, 19, doesn't mean you'll be doing it when you're 65. Okay.
Yeah, life's very wide.
Yeah, that's right. So just get yourself started and then see where life takes you. And I would also extend that to other people and say, if you're stuck, unstick yourself, because you're the only person who can do that. If you want to move, make a move. I mean, this is conflation of there's two pieces of advice here. One is the old thing, insanity is when you do what you've always done and get what you've always got and expect to get something different.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the other thing is my late father-in-law used to call this the Yoda quote, except he didn't say it quite like Yoda. He said it like this. He said, if you're going to do something, do it. Don't faff about. He was from Yorkshire.
Yeah.
So if you think to yourself, well, actually, I'd really like to be a reflexologist. I want to help people. I want to get hands-on with people. And I quite like working with people. Then fine, do it. I prefer to teach people with life experience who want to learn, because that's the way you will make a career out of it. If you're just doing it because it's something interesting, you won't get very far. But if you want to change your life and if you want to learn and make a go of it with that enthusiasm, then yes, you will make a go of it. And I can vouch for that with some of our old students.
Yeah.
The one that comes to mind was Amy. She came in the first day of the course, and she said that her ambition was to be a therapist at Lush Spa. They've got one in Birmingham. Right, that was her ambition. So could I train her in aromatherapy and massage and reflexology? So yes. So that's what we did. And because she had that big aim to aim for, she made sure she achieved it.
Yeah.
So she went through, she got all the certificates, and she got her job at Lush Spa in Birmingham. And she is a bloody good therapist, if you pardon the French. But she is good. So if you want to go and have a massage, go and see Amy at Lush in Birmingham, and she will sort you out. But you need to have that sort of stickability that some younger people don't tend to have.
Yeah, you need to put the goal in your head and then have the dedication to do it.
Yeah.
Fine.
As far as business skills go or business advice goes, surround yourself or make sure you have access to people who know more than you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Even though I used to be a business advisor, and I could have, advised myself, and I know what to do and all that, I still managed to seek advice from the Chamber of Commerce to start with. It gave me great help setting up, and I think they still have this scheme where you get, I think it's 12 hours mentorship free or something like that. Yeah. Take advantage of it. If it's there, take it, especially if it's free.
Yeah, absolutely. It's there to help you.
If you can get networking, then network as well, because that's it's a bit lonely as a self-employed person.
It can be
lonely. It can be.
You need to surround yourself with people who will lift you up and keep you going and keep you motivated.
Oh yeah, and people who won't put you down and won't laugh at you, because we've all been there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
When I started off in business, networking was my biggest nightmare, and it was terrifying. And I would go to home job, and that was it. And these days, no, it's fine. I do it all the time, and things like this. It's all about gaining that confidence and having people who will gently push you out your comfort zone without mocking you, tearing you down,
and reframing you as well. Because all we're doing is having a chat, aren't we, Joe?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we're just having an after over a cup of coffee or a cup of tea, and that's all we're doing. It's networking.
Yeah, and it all works. It all builds relationships, and as you grow your contact, your business grows.
Yeah, and people buy from people.
They really do.
They do. They really do. I've lost count of the amount of business that I've put to the people that I've been networking with.
So if you're talking to someone and you trust somebody and you like them, someone else will too, and they'll trust your opinion on that.
Yeah.
And it goes.
And I've had help from people that have been not financial help. It's been different. So when I started off and didn't have my business partner with me, sometimes I need to go to a meeting in town or something like that. So some of my contacts would come in, sit on reception while I was away, and they do their work while they're on reception, because everybody's got to be somewhere. So they come and sit on reception. I'd give them, I don't know, massage or but something from Neil's Yard or something. so we'd all help each other out.
Yeah, I mean, I spend a lot of time on Zoom co-working with several others, and that's just a nice thing to sort of keep you there and keep you going. Or you're asking for advice from people. It's like this is your specialist subject. It's like I'm not saying like ask them to work for free. Obviously that's bad, but asking for advice, people will absolutely give you it, and don't be afraid of asking stupid questions. There are
no stupid questions.
Right, business is big, scary, and there's a lot of plates to spin.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, get that advice from those that you know. All right, fabulous. It's been absolutely amazing to speak to you, Chris. Where can people find you? Right,
well, I'm at the Amethyst Centre, which is on Ball Hill in Wolverhampton. Sorry, Wolverhampton. You can tell where I was. On Ball Hill in Cobham. www.amethystcentre.com is the website. We're on Facebook as well. If you get onto the website, you can sign up to our weekly newsletter. It goes out every Sunday. Tells you when we're open, what we've got on, all that sort of thing. I would say you could pop up and see us, but I understand if you can't.
Absolutely.
16 steps is a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Go check out Chris's stuff and go visit her and go find out about these therapies if that is your thing. You can also come join us all in the Facebook group, which is the Business Success Network for Disabled Entrepreneurs. Just search for us on Facebook and ask to join. Or you can check out the Business Success Network website, which is businesssuccess.co. You can see all the communities, all the meetings and everything we've got set up and everything else that's going on, including the awards. Again, thank you, Chris, for joining me. It's been fabulous. Join us again for the next episode.
Bye.